Good afternoon and welcome to our abnormal psychology. So we are going to continue with our stress coping strategies. Probably today we will complete this unit 2. It's a very important topic. Stress coping strategies. Stress coping strategies or stress management skills. Stress coping strategies. Stress coping strategies or stress management skills. Stress coping strategies are stress management. Stress management. Stress management skills. What are the skills we need to deal with the stress, to manage the stress, to regulate our stress? There are basically 4 A's, 4A formula, which are presented as healthy coping strategies. The 4 A's, 4 A's, 4 A's, 4 A's. Everything starts with A. The first one is to avoid. Avoid, alter, avoid, alter, adapt, accept. Adapt, accept. So these are the 4 healthy coping strategies. Avoid, alter, adapt and accept. So they are categorized into 2 groups. Avoid and alter, they belong to one group, and then adapt and accept, they belong to the second group. What are these 2 categories? Changing the stressor, that is our first category. Second one is changing our reaction. So changing the stressor, that is avoid and alter. Changing the stressor. Changing the stressor. We are going to change the stressor. Whatever creates stress or whatever stimulates stress in the human person, they are called changing the stressor. We need to avoid that or alter that. The second category is called changing our reaction. Changing our reaction towards the stressor, or changing our reaction towards stress. Changing our reaction. Changing our reaction. So changing our reaction, adapt and accept. Changing the stressor, we have avoid and alter. So these are the 2 broad categories which are presented as stress coping strategies or stress management skills. Now we shall look at each of them. The first one is called avoid unnecessary stress. That is the first one. Avoid unnecessary stress. The second one is alter the situation. Avoid the unnecessary stress, alter the situation. The third one is adapt to the stressor. You adapt yourself to the stressor. And finally, accept the things or accept the stressor which we cannot change. So these are the 4 main categories. So we shall look at them, each of them. And we will have some clarity about how to deal effectively with the stress, or how to manage our stress, how to deal with the stress, how to regulate with our stress and stressors and stressful moments. Okay. The first one is avoid the stress, changing the stressor. The first strategy is avoid unnecessary stress. So this 4A formula is very important. The first one is avoid unnecessary stress. Avoid unnecessary stress. Avoid unnecessary stress. What shall we do to avoid unnecessary stress? For that, we need to learn how to say no. Learn to say no. Learn how to say no. There are times when we need to say no to people. There are times when we need to say no to things. Learn how to say no. At times we are very pleasing to the people. All the time we say yes, accept many things, many responsibilities, many commitments which we are not able to fulfill, and afterwards we find ourselves under pressure, under stressful situations. So learn how to say no, or learn when to say no. How to say no or when to say no, so that you will not be under pressure or you will not find yourself under stress. The second one is avoid people who make you feel stressed. Avoid people. Okay, we are into this first A, avoid. So avoid people who make you feel stressed, who make you feel stressed. There are some people who always put you under stress, who always put you under pressure, who always demand so much from you. So better to avoid such people. Avoid people who make you feel stressed. Thirdly, take control of your environment. Take control. Whatever is within your limits, you can have control over them or mastery over the situation. Take control of your environment. Take control of your environment. So if you are able to do that, if you have that self-mastery or mastery over the environment, mastery over the circumstances and things and situations, then you will be able to avoid unnecessary stress. And next one is avoid hot button topics, or whatever creates stress for you. Avoid hot button topics. Hot button. You know, there are some things, some events, some people, they will put you under stress. So better to avoid such hot button topics. Avoid hot button topics. Whichever topic or whichever subject or whichever responsibility or commitment that might put you under stress, just avoid that, because that is not your cup of tea. Just be honest to the self and say no to that. Avoid it. And prepare your to-do list. That is very important thing. Prepare list of things that you need to do. Prepare to-do list. That is called to-do list. To-do list. To do. What are the things I need to do? Make a list of things that you need to complete and make a short-term plan. And then you can have a long-term plan, how to execute the things that you need to complete. So that will give a clarity for yourself, and you will be able to better organize yourself to fulfill the task that is at hand, that you are supposed to do. So always the list will help. Prepare a to-do list. Prepare to-do list. What are the things that you need to do? What are the things that you need to achieve? What are the things that you need to accomplish in the coming days or coming weeks or coming months? So that will help you or give you sufficient time to carry it out in a systematic manner, in a more organized manner. By doing that, you will be able to avoid unnecessary stress. See, there will be some stress all the time. Some stress or the other which we cannot avoid and we can do nothing about it. But there is something called stress that can be avoided, that is unnecessary stress. We create stress for ourselves, or we put ourselves under stressful situations. Such stress is called unnecessary stress, which needs to be avoided. So that is the first strategy, or first coping strategy. Avoid unnecessary stress. Learn how to say no. Learn when to say no, or learn whom to say no. Whom to say no. You can't say yes to everyone. No? You need to be honest to yourself. Avoid people who make you feel stress. Whichever persons, people who make you to feel stress, just avoid them. So you can be free from unnecessary stress. And take control of your environment. Have this self-mastery. In other words, it is called self-mastery, mastery over the environment, mastery over the self. Self-mastery or self-efficacy. Self-efficacy. You are the master of yourself. Self-efficacy. Being at home with the self and then having control of the situations and things that are within your limit. So, take control of your environment. Have self-mastery or self-efficacy. Next one is called avoid hot button topics. Whichever topic will put you under stress, whichever topic by engaging in which you might feel stress, just avoid the topics. Next one is, the last one is prepare to-do list. We need to prepare a list of things that you need to do, which will help you or enable you to avoid unnecessary stress. So that is the first A, avoid unnecessary stress. And the second one is alter the situation. That is second A. So once you avoid the unnecessary stress, you may alter the situation. Alter the situation. That is the second A. Alter the situation. Alter the situation, change the situation, modify the situation. Then you will be stress free or you will be able to deal with your stress. For that, what we need to do? Express your feelings. Instead of bottling them up, express your feelings. Express your feelings. Express your sentiments, express your emotions, feelings, emotions, sentiments, they need to be expressed, never to be suppressed. Feelings, emotions, sentiments, they are one and the same. Sentiments. Express your feelings, emotions and sentiments and never to suppress them. And never to suppress your feelings, never to suppress them. Never to suppress them. Never suppress your feelings, but always express your feelings. That is the best way to alter the situation. When you are under a stressful situation, the more you are open to someone, the more you are able to share your feelings, your sentiments, your emotions, the people, the persons who are able to listen to you, persons of trust, then you will be able to change the situation, alter the situation, modify the situation. Next one is be more assertive. Be more assertive. Be more assertive. You need to assert yourself. Feel more confident. Be confident. Be confident. Be convinced. Be convinced. Be competent. That is the meaning of being assertive. Be confident, be convinced and be competent, that you are able to do something, that you are able to accomplish a task at hand, that you are able to carry out the given responsibility or given commitment. That is the meaning of being more assertive. When you are more assertive, you are feeling confident about yourself, convinced about what you are doing and feeling competent, being at home with yourself, at home with your talents, your gifts, your potentials, your abilities, then you will be able to alter the situation. And next one is managing your time more effectively. Manage your time more effectively. That is very important. The more you manage your time effectively, the more you will be stress free. Manage your time more effectively and efficiently. Manage your time more effectively and more efficiently. efficient time management. Efficiently, effectively and efficiently. It's very important. It's a time management skills. The person who is able to manage the time properly, effectively and efficiently, he will be or she will be able to alter the situation, be able to manage with the stress, be able to regulate the stressful situations. So it is important that we know or we learn the time management skills. So stress management and the time management will go hand in hand. So the more you are able to manage your time properly, effectively and efficiently, the better you will be able to cope with the stress. And finally, to think creatively. Think creatively. Think creatively. Be a creative person. Think creatively. Think creatively means try to do things differently. Don't be monotonous, means doing the same things repeatedly over and again might put you under stress. So the more you are trying to be creative in your thought patterns, in the way you do things, then the more you can be in a position to alter the situation and you'll be able to overcome the stress. So be a creative person. Keep creating things, visualize, imagine, and then put it into practice. So these are some of the things, practical tips, which comes under altering the situation. The second coping strategy to manage with the stress. Expressing one's feelings, emotions and sentiments and never to suppress them. Never to have bottling up of the emotions. The more you are bottling up our emotions, one day it will explode and we will be under extreme stressful situation. So always express your feelings freely in an appropriate manner. Be more assertive. Assertive means feeling confident, being convinced, and be competent in the way you carry out things. And manage your time more effectively and efficiently and think creatively in order to alter the situation and be in a position to deal with the stress and all the stressors that might come in your life. So that is the second coping strategy, alter the situation. So we have seen two strategies now. The first one is avoid the unnecessary stress. The second one is alter the situation. And these two strategies, these two A's, first one, avoid unnecessary stress. Avoid unnecessary stress. Avoid unnecessary stress and alter the situation. These two come under the category called changing the stressor. By doing this A, avoiding and altering, you are changing the stressor. Things or people or circumstances which put you under stress or which stimulate a stressful environment. So these are the strategies. Avoid unnecessary stress and alter the situation. By doing so, you will be able to change the stressor. Now we shall see the second category, that is changing our reaction to the stress. The third and the fourth A. Now we are dealing with the 4A formula. 4A strategy. It's called 4A strategy. 4 A's. Everything starts with A. Now avoid unnecessary stress, alter the situation. And the third one is adapt. Adapt and accept. Adapt to the situation. That is the third strategy. Adapt to the situation. Adapt to the situation. How can we adapt our situation to the situation? If I am not able to change, then I need to adapt. Adapt to the situation. So if you can't change the stressor, then change yourself. That is the idea. The third strategy. It's called adapt to the situation. Adapt to the situation. So here you are altering the situation or avoiding unnecessary stress. Now we are changing our reaction to the stress. That is the second category. So there we have adapt to the situation. If you can't change the stressor, then change yourself. Adapt to the situation. If you can't change the stressor, then change yourself. Then change yourself. That is the easy thing to do. Change yourself. If you can't change the stressor, which is not in your hands, so better you change yourself, or you adapt a new way of doing it, a new way of handling it. Then change yourself. Whereas it is in your hands, changing the self is in your hands. Changing the stressor is not in your hand in this case, so you change yourself. Since I cannot change what is outside of myself, I try to change what is within me. So that is the idea. Adapt to the situation. Here you are trying to alter the situation. Since it is not possible for me to alter the situation, I alter myself. That is the meaning of adapt to the situation. If you can't change the stressor, then change yourself. Next one is reframing the problems. If you want to adapt to the situation, then reframe the problem at hand. Look at the problem from a different perspective. Reframe the problem. Reframe the problem. Reframe the stressor. Whatever problem that is at hand, just try to reframe it. Look at it from a different perspective. Look at it from the point of view of finding a solution to the problem. So if you are taking time for that, reframing the problem, then we might be able to come up with some concrete and realistic solution. That is the meaning of reframe the problem. The problem has been framed already, and now we are going to reframe it. Look at the same problem from the different perspective. Thirdly, look at the big picture. Look at the big picture. Look at the big picture. Look at the big picture of the problem. Have a global view. That is the meaning of this. Look at the big picture means having a global view, not a narrow view. Having a global view. As against the narrow view. Be a broad-minded person, not be a narrow-minded person. When you are a narrow-minded person, you will be caught up with your own problem. You will not find the way to come out of the problem. Whereas when you are having a bigger picture in mind, you will be able to find a realistic solution to the problem. So that is the meaning of look at the big picture or bigger picture, having a global view. You must have heard the famous phrase, think globally and act locally. That's what it means, think globally and act locally. Think globally, have a broader picture, and then put it into practice according to your context. Think globally, act locally. So that will help you, or that will give you the perspective to adapt to the given situation, and you will be able to come out of your stressful situations. Next one is focus on the positive. Focus on the positive. Be an optimistic person. That is the meaning of focus on the positive. Focus on the positive. If you are only clinging on to the negative things, if you are only looking at the pessimistic aspects of life, then you will not have energy to look at the positive dimension or the positive aspects of life, or find the realistic solution to the problem, because our mind will be tired. We will be drained of energy. All our psychic energy will be lost in terms of thinking about the negative issues, negative aspects. So focus on the positive, the optimistic aspects. Be an optimistic person. Then you will find more energy, more psychic energy to work on the problem, to find a solution to the problem. Be Be an optimistic person. Be an optimistic person. Be an optimistic person. Focus on the positive. If you are a pessimistic person, you will become part of the problem. If you are an optimistic person, you become part of the solution. So if you want to find solution and to come out of the stress, then be a positive person, optimistic person, and never be a pessimistic person. It is said that a pessimistic person, the optimistic, but the distinction, the optimistic person, he finds an opportunity in every calamity, whereas the pessimistic person finds calamity in every opportunity. Okay, an optimistic person finds an opportunity in every calamity. Whatever happens, bad things, even in the bad things, the unfortunate happenings, he or she will be able to find something positive. He or she will look for a new opportunity to do something new. Whereas a pessimistic person will find calamity in every opportunity. Whatever comes on our way or his way, they will be always finding something negative. So they will not have energy to go forward in their life. Naturally, they will be in the stressful situation. They will be all the more stressed up. So that is the meaning of focus on the positive. Be an optimistic person. Otherwise, you will become life-draining person. You have to be life-giving person. For that, we need to have more optimism, more positivity. Should have positive vibrations deep down. The last one is adjust. Adjust your standards. Adjust your standards. Adjust your standards and adjust your attitudes. So you may have high standards for yourself which you are not able to realize. That will put you under stress. Your attitude, if it is not exactly fitting to the situation, fitting to your way of life, then you need to adjust based on your experience. So that is the meaning of adjust your standards, adjust your attitudes, your way you look at things, the way you approach your life. That is what we mean by attitude. So your approach needs to be adjusted according to your ability, according to your capacity. Otherwise, you will be finding yourself under unnecessary stress or stressful situation. So this is what we understand by adapting to the situation, the third A to deal with the stress, or third stress coping strategy. That is, if you can't change the stressor, then you change yourself. So what is beyond your control, you cannot do anything about. So better you change yourself. Instead of trying to change the unchangeable, you change what is changeable. That is the meaning of change the changeable. Change the changeable. Accept the unchangeable. Accept the unchangeable. Change the changeable, accept the unchangeable. Change the changeable, accept the unchangeable. That is the meaning of adapting to the situation. Reframe the problem. Look at the problem from different perspective, from different angle, to have better clarity about the problem, to deal with the problem. Then look at the bigger picture of the problem, having a global view. Think globally and act locally. Then focus on the positive, be an optimistic person, so that you will have more psychic energy, positive energy to find solution to the problem. Finally, adjust your standards, adjust your attitudes. Attitudes and standards which might help you to go forward in life and not to stuck up with your problems. So that is our third coping strategy, adapt to the situation. So we have seen now three strategies, no? Avoid unnecessary stress, alter the situation, adapt to the situation, and finally we are going to look at the last strategy, accept the situation. That is the strategy number 4, fourth A, dealing with the 4A formula. So avoid, alter, adapt, and finally accept the situation. This is the fourth A in terms of effectively dealing with our stress, a coping strategy. Stress coping strategy. The fourth strategy is accept the situation. The fourth one, accept the situation. Accept the situation. See, everything is dealing with situation. Okay. The situations are important for us. So here, since we are not able to change the stressor, we are changing our reaction towards the stressor, the third and the fourth. So here we are adapting to the situation, here we are accepting the situation. So there is no other go, it is not in my control, so I accept the situation and see how I can deal with it, what I can do about it. Instead of being lamenting about what is not possible, what is not achievable, I look at it in a realistic manner, in a pragmatic terms, means very practical terms. That is the meaning of accepting the situation. So don't try to control the uncontrollable. That is the meaning of accept the situation. Don't try to control the uncontrollable. There are some things which are beyond our control. So don't try to control. Don't try to control the uncontrollable. Uncontrollable. Don't try to control the uncontrollable. That is the meaning of that. Previously, you have seen accept the unacceptable. Like here, don't try to control the uncontrollable. There are some things which are not controllable, so don't try to control them. If you are trying to control them, then you will be controlled. You will be under stress. So that is the meaning of accepting. Just don't try to control the uncontrollable and look for the brighter side. Look for the brighter side. There will be always some brighter side to life. Look for the brighter side. Look for the brighter side. Look for the brighter side of life. So life will have some darker sides. Life will also have some brighter side. So look for the focus on the brighter side. Like we said earlier, look on the positive. Okay, look for the brighter side of life. Leave alone this. Don't focus so much on the darker side. There will be light at the end of the tunnel. So when you are faced with the problems, you are in the tunnel. But you know that there is going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. That is what we mean by focusing on the brighter side of life. Then again, as we said earlier, share your feelings. Share your feelings. Because we need some let out. Otherwise, you will feel depressed. You accumulate all your feelings inside and then you don't have a let out, and that might take you into depression. So find somebody, a person of trust with whom you can share your feelings. Share your feelings. The more you share, the more you feel free. Otherwise, you will be so much under stress. You will be troubled deep down if you are accumulating all the feelings. Then finally, learn to forgive. Learn to forgive people. Learn to forgive. Don't keep grudge against anyone. Learn to forgive. Never to accumulate grudge. Never hold on to grudges. Never hold on to grudges. Grudges. If you are holding on to grudges, you are the victim. Because you are the one consuming the poison. Because holding the grudge is like consuming a poison. The longer you hold, heavier it becomes. So never hold on to grudges. Never hold on to hatred. Never hold on to bitterness or brokenness or or woundedness. So you need to come out of it. The best medicine for that is to forgive. The more you forgive, the more you become a free person. That will help you to deal effectively with the stress. You will be able to come out of the stress. So that is the fourth strategy. Accept the situation means don't try to control the uncontrollable. Whatever is not controllable, don't try to control it because it is not in your hands. Secondly, look for the brighter side of life. Life has got some darker sides, but life also will have for some brighter sides. So look for those brighter side of life. Then you will have more energy to deal with the darker side of life. Thirdly, share your feelings, share your emotions and sentiments as we have said earlier. Find a person of trust. Find a person who can listen to you. Find a person who shows interest in your growth. Find the person who wishes your well-being. Such people are they will be functioning like energizers. They are like boosters. They will lift you up in the moment of trouble. So find such people and share your feelings with them. Then finally, learn to forgive. Never hold on to grudges. Okay, holding on to grudge is like consuming a poison and expecting somebody else to die. So don't hold on to grudges. Be a forgiving person and you will be a forgiven person. You will be able to come out of the stress. If you are holding on to grudges, if you are holding on to bitterness or brokenness or woundedness or unforgiveness, grudges, then life becomes very heavy. You are the victim. The person who has offended you, you may be walking freely. So don't hold on to grudges. Don't nourish grudges. So be a forgiven person. Be a forgiving person and be a forgiven person and you will be a stress-free person. That is the fourth strategy. Accept the situation. So this 4A formula is very important in terms of effectively dealing with the stress. These are presented as coping strategies for stress. Stress coping strategies are stress management skills. So we avoid unnecessary stress, alter the situation, adapt to the situation, accept the situation. By doing so, you will be in a position to deal effectively with the stress, to regulate your stress, to manage your stress and the stressors. And there is also something called a read formula. This 4A formula. We also got a read formula to deal with stress. A simple one. Stress management skills. Read, R-E-A-D. What is that read formula for stress management? So these 4A strategies you know already. Now we have read formula. R-E-A-D. Read formula. Read formula for stress management. Read formula for stress management. What is this read formula? R stands for relationships and relaxation. R, relationships. Should have very good relationships. The more effective relationship you have, the more effectively you will be able to deal with the stress. Relationships and relaxation. We have been seeing. You need to have more time for relaxation, for refreshment, recreation. Then you will have more energy to go forward in life. Relaxation. Our body deserves some rest. Our body deserves some fun and relaxation, some refreshment. So good relationships and time for relaxation. That is the first one. Then E. E stands for education and exercise. Education. Be a learned person. Keep on learning. Till our death, remain a student. Keep learning new things. Education and good exercise for the body. To keep your mind and body very fresh and alert, exercise. So, education and exercise. The third A stands for attitude and activity. Have positive attitudes and good activities. Attitude and activity. attitude and activity. And finally, D stands for determination and diet. Determination. Be determined. Determination. Be committed to the cause. That is the meaning of determination. And diet. Have a good diet, healthy diet, a balanced diet. Diet which sustains you. Diet that keeps you alive and active. So these are the simple formula, read formula for stress management. So whenever you are under stress, always think of this read formula. Have good relationships. Relationships are very important for us. A strong social support system is very important. It is unavoidable. It is a must for everybody to deal with the stress. The better friends, good friendships, family ties and social network system is, social support system is essential for all of us. Relationships, then relaxation. Take time for relaxation. Take time for recreation because our body and mind need some refreshment. It needs time for renewal. Then you will be able to function in a better manner. If you don't take time for relaxation, you will be stressed up. You may experience burnout. Afterwards, you will be worn out. You will not have energy to carry forward your life. Then the second E stands for education and exercise. Have a good education. Keep on learning new skills. Be a student till the end of your life. Every day is an opportunity for us to learn something new. So we remain as students. Life has always things to teach us. So life is our master. Our experience functions as our masters, as our teacher. So we keep learning from our experience. So we remain as students always, educating ourselves to remain fresh, alive and active, and good exercise for the body. So exercise we need to do regularly so that our body is in a good condition. Then A stands for attitudes, good attitudes, positive attitudes, optimistic attitudes, life-giving attitudes, having a good approach towards life, that is attitude. So always be a positive person, optimistic person, vibrant person. And activity, engage yourself in useful activities, fruitful activities, activities which are useful for the self, which are useful for the other, which are beneficial for the self and beneficial for the others. And finally, determination, that means stay committed. Determination means be a committed person, committed to the cause, committed to what you are supposed to do, what you are asked to do, what you are entrusted to do. So always have this strong determination. Then you have good diet, a balanced diet, a healthy diet, a good food. So that will help you, that keeps you, your body and mind alive, active and fresh. So this simple formula, read formula, is also very helpful, very simple, very practical and very pragmatic. By applying this read formula, we will be able to manage stress in our day-to-day life. That is, so we have seen 4A strategy, coping strategy, and we have seen read formula for stress management. So to conclude this session, we shall see some few more aspects, and then we will wind up this unit on stress management. So increasing stress tolerance. Life, as we said, also offers time and again lot of stressful events. So for that, what do we need to do? Increasing stress tolerance. We need to increasing stress tolerance. So we need to increase our capacity to tolerate stress, because life is not the same all the time. There may be moments when we are faced with stressors, when we are faced with stressful situations, circumstances, events, people and things. So we need to increase our capacity to tolerate stress. For that, make time for fun and relaxation. We said already. Make time for fun. Make time for fun. Make time for fun and relaxation. It is like summary of what we have said earlier. So that is, make time for fun and relaxation. If you are only working all the time, then you will not have energy. Your body will reach a moment when it will not work anymore, or it will be under extreme stressful situation. So make time for fun and relaxation. Connect with the others. Stay connected. Connect with the others. Have a good relationships. Connect with the others. Good friends, family members, well-wishers. Connect with the others. So they are the ones who will stand as a support, strong social support system for you. And do something that you enjoy every day. Do something that you enjoy. Do something that you enjoy every day. Every day you do something that you enjoy. Do something that you enjoy every day. So whatever you enjoy, whatever makes you to be happy and content, just do that every day. Do something that you enjoy every day. And keep your sense of humor. That is another important dimension. Keep your sense of humor. Keep your sense of humor. Good sense of humor. Be a fun-loving person. That is the meaning. Keep your sense of humor. Read some jokes or watch some funny movies or whatever. Keep your sense of humor. Be a fun-loving person. So humor is a very effective strategy. It helps us a lot to come out of our stress. Just laugh at life. Laugh at yourself. Laugh at others around for fun. Learn to self-soothe. Learn to console yourself. Learn to self-soothe. Self-soothe. Self-soothe means self-consoling. Console yourself. It will be good if others are consoling. If nobody is around, then you console yourself. Learn to self-soothe. You need to console your own self. That also helps. So by doing that, we will be increasing our stress tolerance. You will be able to tolerate stress. You will be able to manage your stress. You will be able to effectively deal with your stress. So have time for fun and relaxation. Connect with the others. Have good and genuine relationships, friendships. Do something that you enjoy every day that keeps you more fresh and alert. Keep your sense of humor. Be a fun-loving person. And learn to self-soothe. Console yourself. If others are there to console, well and good. But there will be some moments when nobody will be around you. So you console yourself. Self-soothe. The next one is adopt a healthy lifestyle. So these are some of the practical tips for stress management. Adopt a healthy lifestyle. Adopt a healthy lifestyle. Adopt a healthy lifestyle. Whichever lifestyle that keeps you healthy, physically and psychologically. Should be healthy physically, should be healthy psychologically. Adopt a healthy lifestyle. If your lifestyle is not helping you to stay fit physically and psychologically, then change your lifestyle. Try to bring something new in your life. Get enough sleep is very important. Get enough sleep. Get sufficient sleep. Enough sleep. At least 6 hours per day. If not 7 hours is ideal. 6 hours is sufficient. Get enough sleep. 6 hours. 6 to 7 hours per day. 6 to 7 hours per day. That is the ideal sleep per day. If you are able to sleep well, if you are able to eat well, then most of your problems will be solved. Get enough sleep. Set reasonable goals. Always have some goals in mind. Set reasonable goals. Don't be unrealistic. Make reasonable goals. Whatever you are able to achieve, you know your capacity, you know your ability, you know your talents and gifts. Accordingly, you set your goals. That is what you mean by reasonable goals. Should not be unreasonable goals. If you are making unreasonable goals or unrealistic goals, then you will be in trouble because you will not be able to meet your expectations. So always set reasonable goals in life. Set reasonable goals. Develop time management skills. Very important. Develop time management skills. As we said earlier, if you are able to manage your time properly, you will be able to manage your stress also effectively. Develop time management skills. Have a plan. Make your to-do list. What are the things that you need to do? Write down everything and organize your time accordingly. So be an organized person or systematic person. Develop the time management skill. Develop the time management skills. So by doing that, you will increase your capacity for stress tolerance. So finally, the concluding remarks. Stress is normal. Everybody will have some stress or the other. Even some positive happenings in life also might bring positive stress. So stress is normal. These are the concluding remarks to this unit. Concluding remarks. So this is how we are going to conclude this second unit on stress. Stress is normal. Stress is normal. Everybody will have stress. And stress affects our health. Stress, if it is not managed well, stress affects our health. Stress affects our health. Affects our mental health and physical health. Physical health as well as psychological health. So stress is normal, and stress affects, if it's not dealt properly, it affects our health, our physical health as well as our psychological health, our bodily health as well as our mental health. And there are infinite ways to cope with the stress. There are many ways. Stress can be managed. So like some concluding remarks, stress can be effectively managed. Stress can be effectively managed. Stress can be effectively managed. So we need to use the 4A strategy, 4A formula which you have seen. 4A's strategy. For a strategy. 4A strategy for coping. We have seen them already. The 4A strategy. Then finally, increase the stress tolerance. Increase the stress tolerance. Find ways and means through which you will be able to increase your stress tolerance by having a good sleep, good diet, good relationships, and then having a goals in mind. So these are the simple strategies for increasing the stress tolerance. Increase the stress tolerance. And use the read formula. You have seen the read formula. Use read formula. R-E-A-D, read formula. So use the 4A strategy and use the read formula and increase the stress tolerance. You know, stress is normal. Stress will affect our health, both physical and psychological, if it is not dealt properly. And stress can be effectively managed, and use the 4A strategy that we have seen. Increase the stress tolerance and reuse read formula. So with this, we shall conclude our unit on stress and stress management. Thank you.